All right, Coach. Let's talk about the last match. We kind of
Yeah.
talked about it all season,
Right.
But finding goals, and I felt like
Yeah.
in these last couple of matches, you guys have had opportunities, and they just haven't found the back of the net.
Yeah, they certainly created enough. We had 20 shots, 8 on target. We had 8 corner kicks, so it wasn't for a lack of effort or opportunities to score. We got scored on one moment against the counter, which we knew that's what St. Cloud was going to do. Kid had a really good individual moment. Some guys really broke down on that moment. It was a really poor goal to give away. Um, but again, you have to finish your chances, and we created enough to not only tie the game but to win the game. And so it is a bit of a struggle right now for us. And so we're going to keep working on it and keep pushing the right notes. But at the same time, we have to look at the standings and look at where we are. This is a massive weekend for us to try to get back on track. But the two teams that are ahead of us, Saginaw and Davenport, they're 1 and 2 points ahead of us. We play them next weekend. So if we can find ourselves in a position to overtake them next weekend and be in a position to host a playoff game, then it sort of alleviates the stress that our guys are under. But we're one of the best defensive teams in the country. We've given up, a total of I think 12 goals. If you take away the first game where we gave up 4, two again, 2 with a red card, we've given up 8 goals in 9 games, and 5 of them have been set pieces. So you're looking at 3 goals in the run of play in 8 games. So that is something for us to rely on, to be honest. I know the defense feels a lot of pressure, but if we can keep ourselves in games and continue to eke out these chances and get the ball in the back of the net, we're going to be in every single match, and we're going to be in the playoff match. So for us, we're frustrated, and the guys have put in a lot of effort. There's been no lack of effort. But if they can just find a way, we're going to be in these games, and we're going to have a chance to get on a run. But they've got to keep believing, and what better way than this weekend at home? Finally, it's been a while, so it'll be an enjoyable weekend, but tough. Parkside, Purdue are number 1, number 2, so it's going to be an absolutely difficult weekend for sure.
And then, Coach, I know the struggle with injuries
Yep.
a little bit this year. Does that kind of change, how you look at things or your team's mindset when they know a guy that's usually out there isn't going to be out there?
I think for most teams it does. Yeah, for sure. It can definitely have a mental effect. But, guys have really stepped up, and nobody's given up. And the guys that have stepped in have done quite well. When you lose a guy that had 8 goals last year, that's a tough one to fill. But in terms of guys that have stepped up, they've been fantastic. And they're going to have to again on Friday. And so that's the mark of a true team, where guys can come in and really perform. It's not like we're getting bashed. We're in these games. We're dominating these games. We're just having a tough time scoring goals. And guys are going to keep trying. We're going to keep training it to try to get better as much as we can, and we're in it. The guys know that we're in it. They just need a little bit of luck and a little bit of belief, and I think they have it. So, but yeah, scoring goals is the hardest part of the game, and when you're not doing it, it becomes even more difficult because you're thinking about it. So our guys just need to rely on the tactics and stick to the game plan, and we'll get our chances. They just have to put it in the back of the net.
Coach, what do you say to your team when you hear about the what-ifs from the players following this string of heartbreaking losses?
We don't talk about what-ifs. The players never talk about it. We don't discuss it. It's not really part of who we are as a team and our identity. For us, it's about just keep pushing, keep getting better. Our culture is stronger than talking about our injuries or talking about adversity. Every team has injuries. Every team has adversity. So if you talk about what-ifs and oh, this could have happened or that, then you're not moving forward. And so for us, yeah, we look back to analyze where we could get better and what guys are doing and watch individual tape. But for us, we're always looking forward to the next opportunity rather than thinking about what if. And so our guys don't approach it that way. We're worried about Parkside right now and then obviously Purdue on Sunday.
Parkside at home, how do you change the execution at the offensive side?
We don't change it. Yeah, when we were down at Parkside, we should have won. So for us, we're going to try to stick to the same thing. We only played them, less than 2 weeks ago. So for us, we're going to kind of stick to the same model and see if we can finish our chances. We gave up a corner kick against them. So if we can do better on set pieces and not give their opportunities to their good players to finish their chances, because they finish. They will finish their chances in the box. So if we can eliminate those chances and eke out our own, then I think it's going to be a good game. But we'll see. They're obviously a good team. They're number 1 right now, and they've got a lot of experience and they're well coached for sure. So.